Hi boys and girls, hope you're having a good day. I have another math game to share with you. So for this math game, I cut up an egg carton so that it has 10 spots. And this makes what we call a 10 frame. Can you count with me to make sure that we have 10 spots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. So we have 10 spots. Notice that there's 5 spots on the top row, and 5 on the bottom row. So for this math game, like I said, have an egg carton that I cut with a pair of scissors, so your mom or your daddy might be able to help you with that. I also have just 10 little blue beads. You could use marbles, you could use Legos, you could use whatever you have that you have 10 of. So I'm going to take my beads out of my 10 frame, and then I'm going to pull out some dice. Now you might have seen another video where I talked about how I made these out of paper, and you can look on the internet to figure out how to cut a piece of paper and then tape it into little dice like these. Or you could use dice from a board game, or maybe you just have some dice at home. You can use whatever you'd like. So I have 2 here. I'm going to start with 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my dice, and I rolled a 1. So I'm going to take 1 blue bead and place it in my 10 frame. Oops. You can lay yours flat so it doesn't fall out. I'm just tipping mine up to show you. And this, boys and girls, is what 1 looks like in a 10 frame. So I have 1 bead. Let me try again. Make sure to take your beads out each time you do this. All right. Roll it real good. Okay, this time I rolled a 4. So now I'm going to pick out 4 beads and put them in their spots. 3, 4. Now you can see I have 4 beads in my 10 frame. Notice that in the top row, since there's 5 spots and I used 4 of them for the beads, there's 1 empty one left. So you could do it with just 1 dice, but you can also do it with 2. So I'll show you how to do that next. So you're going to take your first dice and roll it. This time I rolled a 3. So I'm going to start with my 3 beads in my 10 frame. You can see right there I got 1, 2, 3. Next I'm going to take my other dice and I'm going to roll it. This time I got a 4. So I'm going to add my 3 plus 4 and see how many beads I get. So I have my 3 beads in there already, and I'm going to add 4 more. So 1, 2, I ran out of room in the top row. I'll just go to the next row. So I added 1, 2, 3, 4. How many beads do I have now? Let's count to find out. We can count them one by one like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 beads, so I know that 3 plus 4 equals 7. Another trick that I could do is I know that there are 5 beads on top, and because there's 5 holes on top and there's 5 holes on the bottom, and my whole top row is full. So I know there's 5 beads up here, and then I can add these 2 in the bottom row. So I'll start at 5 and then count on 6, 7. Another tricky way to do this, another trick, is that we know that there's 10 spots in our 10 frame. And we can see that 3 of them are empty. So I could start at 10 and count backwards 3 spots to know how many are full. So let's try that. So I'm starting at 10. I have 9, 8, 7. I subtracted 3, and I know that there are now 7 beads in my 10 frame. So there's lots of different ways that you can count them. and then you can just keep playing. You'll start over, take your beads out. And just roll your dice again and keep counting and using your homemade 10 frame. All right, boys and girls, I hope you have fun with this math game. Happy counting!